Dionne loves the offensive lineman, this big burly guy who takes care of the quarterback, who protects the team,
communicates really well,
is
works well with others,
very much a teammate.
Yes.
And then after the game, puts on his glasses and plays the role of like Braxton Jones of looking really smart and intellectual. That's basically what Dionne loves about offensive linemen. But you're not alone, because listen to what Ben Johnson has to say. He likes smart offensive linemen too.
I mean, the intelligence factor is a major portion of it, because they got to be able to handle different fronts for all these variety of schemes that we would like to employ. End of the day, we'll push this thing as far as we feel the collective group can handle up front, and that's where the intelligence is so important to expand on that variety. If we get really good at particular type of blocks, that's what we're going to feature. So we're not going to try to do something that doesn't make sense, but we have two extremely well-rounded individuals here. Feel really good about Darnell, Braxton, the rest of the group that's in that room right now, and how that thing could look in terms of the combinations, getting movement at the line of scrimmage, playing on the defense's line side of the ball, and that's particular for the run game. Up front, though, in the passing game, we have to be better from a pass protection standpoint, and we really prioritize guys that are going to win one-on-one battles with a 3 technique, and we feel like both these guys are capable of that.
Okay, so this is not just about having 2 veteran guards, Pro Bowler, All-Pro guard, same at center. It's not just about making Caleb Williams better. It's going to make your 2 tackles better, because your tackles were young and are still young, and they have not had enough of smart, intelligent, highly intellectual guys playing inside, the guys who are identifying the defense, your center who's pointing out where the blitz is coming from. We have not had that in Chicago with the Bears to the level that Ben Johnson sees now. So it will not only make Caleb Williams better, this is going to make Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright better.
Of course, and they can use it. I mean, we've liked what we've seen from Darnell Wright, especially. I think last year was a little bit, I don't know. I don't want to say he didn't take a step back, but he just didn't seem as aggressive as that first year, in my opinion. But I think some of that has to do with that interior of the offensive line that wasn't the leadership that he needs. I mean, there were so many moving parts. Braxton Jones, I mean, like he's set to make a lot of money. My producer was talking to me about this last night. He's like, are we prepared to pay him like $20 million? And that's where he would be if he's effective. And I don't know if we can assess that just yet. So I feel like this upgrade in the center will allow us to more properly evaluate, and the Bears to more properly evaluate what they have in Braxton Jones. I think they really believe in Darnell Wright. I think, and for the most part, I do too. With the right guys around him to help him take his game to the next level the way that he needs to. It's going to be so beneficial. The experience alone, but even who did the Chiefs pay that the Bears wanted? Help me. Who did they franchise say? Trey Hendrickson, right. And I was listening to someone who covers the Chiefs talk about how Joe Thuney made Trey so much better just because he was playing alongside him, right? That's who the Bears are getting in Joe Thuney. That's why they wanted someone like that. It's not just about what they're doing on the field. It's what they can teach off of it. And the things that were missing from the locker room, so sorely missing last year, Peggy, was accountability and pushing each other. And even when Ben Johnson talked about how hard it's going to be, I mean, Drew Dalman was a huge smile on his face and was like, I want to play for a guy like that. I want to play for, like, just excited. And I think that is going to translate to not just for the offensive line, I think all the way across the offense. I looked at one thing, it's like, who won free agency when it comes to, like, who was the biggest winner in free agency? And someone wrote Caleb Williams. And I think that is true. I think he's going to have such an opportunity to really step up and be the quarterback he knows he can be and not feel like it's all on him to make plays happen. I think that's massive.
I think we're also going to see a little hint of what Ben Johnson has planned with this offense. I think you're going to see a common trait that you have with the guys that they have signed now between Jonah Jackson and Dalman and Joe Thuney. You have some athletic guys that are versatile. They have all played multiple positions, which means you can do a lot more pulling with those guards. You can get them out in space a little bit more, which you're going to have to do when you have someone like Caleb Williams anyways, who has so many off-platform plays. And I think we're going to see a little bit more of a complicated offense and scheme that these guys are going to be calling the protections for. And I think that last year there was so much confusion as to what they were supposed to be doing. When you hear Ben Johnson say, I want to see first what these guys are capable of. Well, we already know what a couple of them are capable of. And what I think we're going to see is a much more athletic offensive line that is going to be downfield a little bit more than we might be used to. So I think that's exciting. But lo and behold, they are not just wearing their glasses and looking all sexy and smart. They're going to be dirty and gritty too. Listen what Ben Johnson had to say about the other traits he likes about the offensive line.
Yeah, we want some tough, some gritty, some dirty individuals, and we feel pretty good about the two guys we got. Smart is a word that comes to mind, particularly with the interior players. We need guys that we love to have some versatility to our scheme, some multiplicity, if you will. And so we got a couple guys in the building now that we feel strongly can handle a variety of different concepts and schemes that we might want to employ each and every week. Beyond that, I mean, their play speaks for themselves just in terms of what the tape says. The character, the integrity, it's top notch. I can speak firsthand with Jonah, and Ryan can speak firsthand with Joe. I'm really, really excited to get these guys in the room, combined with the coaches that we've already put together for that room. I feel really good about the style of play we'll have this year.
That's what's exciting. And everyone said that when you guys walked out of Hallis Hall talking to the players, everybody was like, wow. I mean, if they don't get everyone psyched up, I don't know who will. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about why the Bears head coach went viral this week. It's not for all the wrong reasons. It can be looked at as a positive. But it's actually pretty funny that Ben Johnson and his appearance we're not talking about Flus getting a makeover. Almost the opposite. We're talking about what happened to the Ben Johnson that they hired just 2 months ago.